Ew, bad Larry.
The 80s were about teeny boppers, pastel colors, and aerobic videos. The 90s brought us The Terminator 2, NWA, The Matrix, and Ghost Rider. The 90s were about black leather and being badass. Who's more badass than Ghost Rider? This issue number 1 is titled Life's Blood. John Ford here is saying in his quote that seeking revenge will often lead to self-destruction or worse outcome for the person seeking it. So he's against revenge. But Ghost Rider says, F that! You hurt the innocent, I hurt you. He's badass. The Ghost Rider is called the Spirit of Vengeance, and he operates much like the Phoenix Force, a cosmic entity who uses a host to do its bidding. Here we see that cosmic spirit overlooking 2 young siblings, Danny and his older sister Barb, meandering about in a graveyard at night. Yeah, that's always a good idea. A group of degenerate youth juveniles pop out of nowhere. They're up to no good, and one brazen female tries to steal Danny's camera bag. Barb is actually the one with the guts and bravery here. It is to show Danny isn't naturally a badass. Barb is the tough one. Danny and Barb hear some gunshots. Danny wants to run. Smart. But Bob wants to investigate. Not smart. Barb, you ever hear of Curiosity killing the cat? A masked gunman called Death Watch. He's in red. He's just killed some dude. And now he's in a face-off with 3 of Kingpin's goons. What did Barb and Danny get themselves into? Death Watch snaps his fingers. His crew of assassins sneak up from behind and take out Kingpin's men. Death Watch has crazy psycho eyes. Man, things have escalated quickly. Barb, what the F are you doing? Keep your yap shut. But no, now's your shot. With a crossbow arrow, Barb is down. She should have listened to Danny and his instincts. And remember, as of now, Barb has been the brave one, and Danny has been more of the meek one. These stupid kids are smart enough to know when it's time to run. Well, except this blonde gal, Polly. She's a greedy little hussy, isn't she? She wanted Danny's camera bag, and now she wants this suitcase. Pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered, Polly. Now she has real, actual ninja assassins on her ass. She's cooked. The art in this is just amazing. There's a definite feel to this issue, and I love it. Danny is trying his best to move his sister Barb out of the fray, hide her, and find a way to get her to the hospital. As he falls, he sees the glowing eyes in the dark. This is obviously the Ghost Rider bite calling to him. Of course, Danny is scared. Why wouldn't he be? The Red Ninjas have tracked Danny and Barb down, but the trail has gone cold. Where could they have gone? The Red Ninjas are honing in. Barb is bleeding out, and somehow there is a brand new motorcycle amongst the heap of junk. How did that get there? The Red Ninjas obviously easily caught up to dumbass Polly and recovered the case. One of the Red Ninjas decided he's tired of this cat and mouse chase and throws a freaking grenade towards the general location of Danny and Barb. No witnesses. Hey, I get it. With Barb's innocent blood covering Danny's hand, Danny touches the now glowing gas cap of the kick-ass new motorcycle. The spirit is upon him. The ninjas toss the grenade, but it's too late. The rider is on his way. What's more badass than this? Kick-ass flaming wheel motorcycle. Ghost Rider with his flaming skull and all studded leather carrying Barb in his arms. This is a poster. I'm surprised the Red Ninjas didn't run. I would have ran. Ghost Rider makes easy peasy light work of these Red Ninjas. Oh man, here comes the chain. One Red Ninja says he'll take the girl, tell Swordman to take Ghost Rider. But why not just quickly kill the girl and go 2v1 against Ghost Rider? It wouldn't have mattered anyway. Ghost Rider's chain eviscerates the sword like it's made of cheese and gives the other Red Ninja the penance stare, making the Red Ninja feel all the pain of his victims all at once. That's a pretty debilitating attack. Stupid ass Polly takes the darn case again and makes a run for it. Boy, she never learns, does she? With all the gunfire and the commotion, the cops are now on the scene. Good for them. But of course these idiots are protocol parrots. I'm surprised they didn't demand to see Ghost Rider's ID. Ghost Rider tries to tell him, get the girl to the hospital. Don't play with me. Ghost Rider didn't do nothing but these cops escalate the situation. One tries to cuff him, the next tries the baton, and the third tries to shoot him. These boys are gonna fight to get that ID card, I tell ya. Ghost Rider pimp slaps the gun out of this cop's hand and tosses his ass back to his friends. Ghost Rider has a mission: revenge for the innocent blood that was spilled, getting justice. What these cops should be doing, but no, they open fire on Ghost Rider. Waste of bullets. I like how the dude says, do him, instead of kill him. I guess as a way to be less rated R, but we get it. And look, if you're a cop or just find yourself in a situation like these cops and see a dude with a skull for a head that's on fire riding a motorcycle with fire wheels, just assume your little gunshots will do absolutely nothing to this thing. One-handed, Ghost Rider flips over an entire cop car. Probably about 4,000 pounds just flipped over easy like it was a pancake to Ghost Rider. This establishes his uber super strength right there. The well melanated cop looks like I would have looked. Big eyes and flabbergasted. Ghost Rider never hurt any of these cops, but of course they blame him for all the bodies strewn about. Naturally, it's not hard to miss Ghost Rider on the street, but I do like how he's drawn riding the motorcycle, quite proper and upright. The cops find him easily and are now on his ass again. Ghost Rider puts it into high gear, screaming past the cops like lightning. The dumb cops think that they got Ghost Rider boxed in. Look, if the cops can't pin down Batman, a regular human with a souped up car, what makes you think that they can pin down Ghost Rider, basically a cosmically powered spirit being? Dude is on his mission. Nothing's gonna stop him now. Now, my question is, how much of this is Danny and how much of this is the spirit of Ghost Rider? It doesn't seem like a Venom Eddie Brock scenario where they are both actively in control. This seems more like a Bruce Banner Hulk scenario. Danny seems like he's gone when Ghost Rider is present. The Ghost Rider has his own personality. Ghost Rider fans, let me know down in the comments how this works. These cops just won't quit. And I get it. To them, the situation is out of control. And cops like control. They think they have Ghost Rider cornered in an alley. But old boy drives up the wall. The motorcycle drives vertically up the wall like Spider-Man. Wow, amazing. When he's all alone, we see the spirit, the Ghost Rider, seems to have a singular purpose, a singular thought: vengeance. He wants vengeance for the innocent, the same as these cops want their IDs badly. As Danny reemerges, his one thought is of his sister, and he runs, leaving the motorcycle behind. He must have felt possessed, which tracks, and why he would leave the bike behind. Deathwatch has a few things going for him. One, his sweet complexion, red eyes, and a sick ponytail. Is his hair pink? Two, he seems to be doing very well in the world of finance. Three, he has a way of seeing someone's memories as if he was there himself. Working for Deathwatch is a dangerous endeavor. Failure is not an option, and the punishment for failure is death. Deathwatch wants that suitcase dumbass blonde girl Polly took. Deathwatch also seems to be in some sort of feud with the Kingpin, calling Kingpin a fat, petty thug. Not nice, Deathwatch. That's body shaming. Speaking of the fat, petty thug, we head over to Kingpin's building in the heart of the city. Kingpin doesn't look fat to me, just big. He's huge. Of course he's training against ninjas. His enemy is clearly Deathwatch, who uses red ninjas. So Kingpin must find his own ninjas to train against. Always be ready. I like this because we rarely see Kingpin nowadays doing stuff like this. It's always just talking, talking, talking. You forget he's a formidable fighter. Somehow, Kingpin is strong enough to snap an entire katana into smithereens with just his bare hands. Again, the 90s were about being badass. Even the villains. Kingpin also wants the suitcase that Polly has, saying the contents could hurt his business in the wrong hands. So now it's a race to get to Polly and the briefcase. Dumbass Polly is still in the Salem Field Cemetery. She wants to break into that briefcase, see what all the fuss is all about. She stumbles upon her delinquent crew of juveniles. One boy gets the case open. No drugs or money, just 3 canisters of something. Don't open the canister, dumbass. The youth decide they're going to hide the briefcase For funsies, if they can't have it, no one else can. What a great POV. Through Danny's eyes, we see his blood-soaked hands pushing open the hospital doors. Old boy is fading. The adrenaline is gone. Danny passes out. The next day, Danny wakes up. He can't remember anything from what happened last night. But Barb, his sister, somehow made it to the hospital. But she's in rough shape. Danny, as the younger brother, really looks up to Barb in a lot of ways. He depends on her. I like that his character here is so different from that of Ghost Rider, showing the Ghost Rider doesn't need a badass to be used as his vessel to become a badass. At night, Danny decides to work on some bravery. He heads back to the magic motorcycle in search of something that might heal his sister. He doesn't know exactly what he's looking for. He's just trying to do something. Why did Ghost Rider fight to save Polly? This chick is definitely not innocent. She's a menace. Green Glasses rolls up on these degenerates and says, "Hand over the briefcase and no one gets hurt." Well, someone does get hurt. A red ninja from the shadows impales a degenerate youth with a throwing dagger. The fight for the briefcase is on. Kingpin's goons versus Death Watch's red ninjas. Again with the do 'em. The cops say do 'em, the bad guys say do 'em. We know what you mean. But wait a minute, Green Glasses does say kill them all. So maybe the comic book rating people will give them only 1 or 2 kill-ems, or else they'll have to change the rating. Both sides are taking bullets like they're free samples at Costco. Dumb blonde Polly just ain't got no sense. She's always staying when she should be running, taking things and provoking dangerous people. Dude, let Polly go, man. She's a cancer. Danny is randomly driving around looking for something. He hears the commotion. The bike lights up again. Danny doesn't want to turn into Ghost Rider again, but the calling is too strong. The rider is back. What another sick poster page. Badass. For those Marvel Legend fans, did y'all like the Danny Ketch figure or not? Let me know in the comments below. The degenerate kids are in the crossfire between the Red Ninjas and the Kingpin goons. Ghost Rider takes out a goon and now everyone's attention is on Ghost Rider. Bullets seem to pass right through Ghost Rider. Uh-oh, here comes the chain. Like Daddy's belt coming off. You know you're in for some pain. This chain is amazing. It transforms into throwing stars, taking out a red ninja. Then, like Mjolnir returning back to Thor, the chain returns to Ghost Rider. This dude is too badass! These goons are about as dumb as Polly. If a barrage of bullets didn't hurt Ghost Rider, you think your regular, human, non-mystical chain will do anything? Ghost Rider tosses this fool and gets the 2 birds with 1 stone scenario. Finally, someone decides to up the game against Ghost Rider. Green Glasses pulls out a damn bazooka. He locks in. Nice try, but no cigar. If you're a goon or a red ninja, now would be the time to run. Of course, dumbass Polly is just fine. She has the luck of the Irish or something. But to be fair, this is all her fault. If she didn't take the case, none of this would have happened. There is only Green Glasses and 1 red ninja left. Gotta get that case first, though. Let's team up. Polly tells the baddies where the briefcase is, but doesn't remember the exact location. Green Glasses wants to take her, but Red Ninja says, "Hey, wait a second there, buddy." The Red Ninja wants to take Polly to Death Watch, but they both forgot about Ghost Rider. One sweet chain strike takes out both enemies, and again, Polly escapes the whole ordeal without a scratch. She should play the lottery the luck on this girl. Ghost Rider takes the stabbed boy along with Polly to the hospital. He's a real hero. No fluff, all badass. The city is going nuts. The papers are going nuts. The news of a crazy demon flaming skull guy riding a flaming motorcycle along with the shootout is making the citizenry feel not too safe. Danny's dad is hating on Ghost Rider the same as J. Jonah Jameson hates on Spider-Man. Everything is Ghost Rider's fault. Of course, this creates a situation where Danny can't really talk to anyone about being Ghost Rider. Same as Spider-Man must bear the responsibility alone. Quite similar, those two. Danny goes and checks in on his older sister Bob. Of course, she's the only one he could talk to, but she's in a coma. And with all this new power of the Ghost Rider, he is powerless to help her. When Kingpin's goons don't bring back the canisters, he just destroys the furniture. But when Death Watch's goons don't bring back the canisters, he kills one of those guys. Personally, I'd rather work for Kingpin. He seems to appreciate the hired help just a tad bit more. Wow, what an amazing first adventure with Ghost Rider. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and be on the lookout for issue number 2. Do Be Afraid of the Dark, coming out real soon. Peace.